everybody. I am sat here with a jumper on a jumper on a jumper with a coat over my legs. The reason being, I'm in my son's house and he has, the central heating's set to come on later on and turn off during the day because they're not normally in the house. And of course, I'm in here and I don't know how to turn it on. So I'm just warmed. It's not too cold in here, so it's not too bad. Anyway, the reason why I'm here is because I have been, I'm minding my grandchildren. Then I'm not really minding them now because they're at school. But I've had to take the grandkids to school and I'm on call in case a plumber or an electrician comes in because this here is an extension they've had built and it's still not finished and there's a few little things that are yet to be done and they need looking after and they need sorting out. And unfortunately, Mummy, who would normally work from home, has had to go into hospital. Long story, but basically I had to, on the Friday, my son rang to say that my daughter-in-law wasn't very well and that he said she'd been really sick and she was very, very low in health, that she wasn't feeling at all well. And of course that he was hoping she was picking up. But because she hasn't been well, could I take the youngest one to football because she was normally going to be taking him to football, and he would take his lordship and him would take the oldest one so that his lordship could see the oldest one play football. To cut a long story short, basically my son and daughter-in-law spent the whole weekend in accident and emergency, 2 consecutive nights, the Friday night and the Saturday night. Friday night because she'd been very poorly during the week and they thought when he dialed 111, her temperature was high, really, really high, her blood pressure was really low. They thought, and she was suffering with pain, and they thought it might have been sepsis, so she went in. They went in at 6 o'clock and came out, and he came out at midnight. No, they both came out at midnight, and she felt a bit better, and they'd given, I think it wasn't sepsis, then they just thought she was dehydrated. Then we came and took the boys, went to watch the boys play football, took the boys away for the Saturday night to stop with us. And on the Saturday evening at 7 o'clock, my son rang up and said, I'm taking her back into hospital because she deteriorated. So they went to hospital, which is only 10 minutes away from here. And of course, because it wasn't classed as sepsis, she had to wait her turn. And the waiting went on forever and ever. They got there at 7 o'clock at night and they didn't get attended to until 2 or 3 in the morning. And he finally left the hospital at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, having sat with her waiting till she could get a bed. And during that time, the x-rayed and found that she had pneumonia. So the poor girl is in hospital. I think she's got fluid on her lungs and they're going to have to drain her. So of course the son was panicking. Mother, can you come? Can you bring the kids back? And could you stop tonight and tomorrow night? So I stopped last night. I'll probably be stopping tomorrow night and tonight rather. I don't know about Tuesday night, but we shall see. But the daughter-in-law is, we believe, on the mend. I don't know. I can't give you any update on that. They're going to have to drain the liquid off her lungs because she's got a lot of fluid in her lungs. They're not sure if it's fluid or if it's pus because with her being sick on the Tuesday night, she might have inhaled some vomit which has infected her lungs. So we've yet to find that out yet. So that's why I'm here and that's why I'm wrapped up, because the heating's not on. Anyway, I have, what was the lady's name? Now, I can't find it. I don't know. I've looked on my phone and I can't find it. But, I was telling you about the DIY Club having a lovely POncho style pattern, which I have downloaded and it was free. So that I've got downloaded. I haven't stuck it together yet because all this has delayed everything. but I haven't stuck it together. Anyway, then I think she was called Sewing Granny. Someone called Sewing Granny, and I believe it was Instagram because I get messages left, right, and centre, said, "Have you seen this? This pattern looks exactly like the pattern that you want." And it was exactly like the pattern that I want. And it was the assembly line POncho. I think it's the assembly line POncho. I've lost it, but I'll find it. The assembly line POncho, and I thought, this is really good. So, and it was £2, and not only do you get a poncho pattern, but you get a dog coat pattern. Not that I have a dog, but those of you who have dogs and like waterproof dog coats, there's a dog coat pattern there. So I'll take you to see what the assembly line pattern looks like. So let me take you to this. This is the assembly line J508 hoodie poncho. And if I scroll down, look at that. Isn't that marvellous? It's got the pocket at the front. It's got the arms the way that I wanted it to. It's got the hood that goes the way I want with the drawstring, and it's sewn into the neck. And then it's got the little side things. So it's got the arms, it's got the pocket, it's got the sides there with the little poppers, and the poppers on the arms. That's exactly what I want. So this is you've got a size guide. It gives you the measurements top to bottom. I think that's going to be fine for me. The only thing is, what is the measurement of the fabric? Well, I'm going to be a large. I'll probably be a large. And it does its fabric requirements. Ooh. Fabric width 140 to 150 when using the same fabric as outer fabric, and lining fabric 4.6 meters. I might have to amalgamate the two bits of fabric together, you never know. But anyway, we shall see what we can do with that. Oh, look at that. There you go. Well, for starters, my sleeves are always shorter. I've got shorter arms, and I'm sure that will probably go right down to the floor. So I'm going to have to measure the patterns and probably cut that down for myself. But it's I am so pleased that Sewing Grandmother sent this to me to let me see. This is the instructions, and basically straightforward instructions. So there we go, the assembly line hooded poncho. I think I quite like that, the fact that it's got a seam there as well. So I think I might try both and see what happens with them. We never know. Of course, the other thing is I could make one for myself, and then I could make one for the younger kids where for the grandchildren, the girls, so it doesn't eat up as much fabric, because I know a few of you said that you made them for your granddaughters. So yes, this is the kind of thing that granddaughters can have in their school bags for when it's cold or wet. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that when I get back home and I start laying it out and cutting it and sewing, and I'll let you know what I'm doing.